Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. Short video here, just another lesson in just because the part is new, that doesn't mean that it's right or that it's good. We got here a 2000 Chrysler Town & Country. I put a belt tensioner on that a year ago or so. It came in with belt shredded. Okay. I expected to find the tensioner bad. I expected to find a loose pulley, something along those lines. None of that. Let me show you what happened. Now, I just got through putting a new vapor line on right here because it had broke it. I kind of taped that all up because that was all destroyed. That's the drain for the wiper cowl. Here's what I'm talking about. I put a new belt on it. We're going to warranty the belt. But it had nothing to do with what I did. This pulley right here, you can see the mark where it's not like nice and shiny. That's where the belt has been running, and you can see where the belt is running now. It was running off the back of that pulley, and it shredded the back side of the belt and caused one rib to come off. So I thought, no big deal, we'll get a new part. The bearing did have just a slight bit of noise. They're just trying to get this van to last them a few more months so that they can get to where they can afford something different. I understand that. We checked on the price of a pulley. It's cheap enough that we don't want to mess with it. We'll just get a new pulley. Got a new pulley, Murray 2330037. There we go. As soon as I got it, I looked at the bearing depth, and it looked exactly the same as what I just pulled off. So I went and got the little caliper tool. It's got a depth indicator on it, and I checked. The back spacing is exactly the same on the new part as it was on the old part. Well, that's wrong. There must be something, somebody at some point must have put a front bracket on it. I don't know. The belt has obviously been running misaligned for quite some time. I didn't notice it whenever I did the work because I've never seen it run off the back side. It's always the tensioner bad and it runs off the front side, which the tensioner was bad and it was running it off the front side. The front side meaning the outside. When the tensioner gets bad, it tilts and the belt runs that way. Well, the backside groove was gone off of this belt. It was jumped one groove over. I thought somebody had put an alternator on it because that alternator is a little bit more shiny than everything else, but it's got huge oil leaks. We washed it last time it was in because everything was covered in oil. So I'm thinking, well, maybe something, I had not noticed that down there yet. Something else is going on. Somebody put an alternator on, didn't put the belt on right. He said, no, it's never had an alternator since they've owned it. We don't have any record of putting it on there, so. The belt was still on there, but we had no power steering. Okay, we don't have any power steering, maybe the power steering pulley. And I checked it, the power steering pulley, still there. So there's no fluid in it. Maybe the pump went bad and the pulley was working its way in and out. I've seen that happen. And I couldn't feel any slack in it. So I checked up here and looked, and there was no fluid in the power steering at all. So I poured fluid in here, cranked it up. It still had no power steering. After it set for a while, and this is not a return line system. This is just a reservoir and it runs down. It just hadn't had time to run down into the pump and it was airlocked. So once we gave it a few minutes, started up again, now it has assist. It's not pouring fluid out anywhere, but I don't know, that's unexplainable. We got bigger fish to fry. Why is the belt coming off? And that's when we found this one here. Now what I did was the bolt, gosh dang it, quit doing that. What in the world? Anyway, what I did was the bearing is drove into the backside of that. It doesn't drive up against something. It can move one side and the other. This new one was set at the exact same depth. So there's no reason to buy this part if it doesn't fix the problem. So I just worked on this one and fixed the problem. Here's the new part, and you can see the bearing just barely poking out the back. Well, on that other one, it was the exact same way. So I drove the bearing down in a good 1/4 inch, as evidenced by where the belt is running now versus where it was when it was nice and shiny. So remember that. Check your new parts. They might be obviously wrong, brand new. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.